What exactly is a bottomless portafilter and how can it help you make better espresso at home? Well, before I give you the secret of using a bottomless portafilter at home, let me just dispel one myth about it right away. And don't forget to subscribe. Using this or buying this and putting it in your machine will have zero impact on how good your espresso is on day one. Now, why is that? Well, I'll just be honest. A spouted portafilter and a bottomless portafilter are very similar. One of them just has the bottom cut off. In fact, when you are using a bottomless portafilter and a spouted portafilter, the basket, which is where the espresso extraction actually happens, can be interchanged very easily from one to the next. So if the basket is where the espresso extraction is taking place, then what exactly is the point of having a bottomless portafilter? Well, my friends, let me give you a 30-second primer on how espresso extraction works. When we are making an espresso, we grind up our beans, we load them into this basket, we tamp it, and then we pull a shot. And ideally what happens when you pull an espresso shot is the water starts at the top of the puck, evenly saturates the whole puck all the way through, and then starts to come out the bottom. Now, what actually happens in real life is usually the water kind of finds one spot in the puck that is a little bit weaker, and it starts to go through that spot a little bit faster. And when that happens, that part of the puck gets over-extracted, which results in a very bitter taste. Now, what happens to the rest of the puck? Well, because there's not as much water going through those sections of the puck, they tend to get under-extracted, which can result in a little bit more sour of a taste. The reality is, most of the time, you want that perfectly even extraction all the way through the puck, but what you actually get most of the time is channeling, where water is going through one or two very small sections of the puck a lot faster, and not really saturating the rest of the puck. Results in kind of an unbalanced flavor, not the greatest espresso, and you do want to avoid that on your espresso journey. Now, how does a bottomless portafilter help with that? Because, as we've said, the basket is really the main part of this, and that's where this all happens. Well, when you use a spouted portafilter, you can put your basket in there, and it will extract. You might get channeling, you might not, but what kind of happens is, in here, this is like a little bit of a black hole. And in there, you don't really know what is happening. You don't know if you're getting channeling, you don't know if you're getting a perfectly even extraction, because you have no way of peering into this black hole of espresso goodness while the shot is actually getting pulled. Enter the bottomless portafilter. We put our basket in here, we load it into our machine, and what happens is you have a perfectly unobstructed view of the bottom of your basket while the espresso extraction is taking place. You can watch it, you can record it, you can say, oh, it's coming through quite heavily right here and not at all over here. And that can start to help you improve your puck preparation process so that you can get better, more consistent espresso. And that's really the advantage of a bottomless portafilter. There's nothing magical about it, it looks cool, but this is how it's going to improve your espresso at home, is by giving you an additional diagnostic tool. You might choose to buy one just because you're like, hey, I like the way that looks, and that's cool. But it will give you some extra tools in your tool belt to be able to improve your espresso over time. Now, a couple warnings for you. The first time you get a bottomless and you use it, you're going to be expecting to get that beautiful shot that you've seen on social media or on TV every time right away. And it's not going to happen. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be messy. It's probably going to spray everywhere. This happens to everybody when they start using bottomless portafilters. Don't take it personally and don't get discouraged. Take your notes, reach out to somebody like me, and push through. It will get better on the other side. So when you start using it, it's gonna be messy. So how do you get it better? Well, I'm gonna create a video all about how to improve your puck preparation process that will help you dive more into that. That video's coming, and I'll link it once it's ready. In the meantime, that's a bottomless portafilter. It'll help you get better espresso, but it's not magic either. Cheers, happy espresso making.